Why you come here?
Yeah.
我们是一个网红。Why you come to
Yeah.
you shopping and you have no luggage, no luggage.
That's working.
Just working. I don't know what kind of job. What kind of job can young Chinese girls do? What kind of job?
Alright guys, so you just saw a clip of me living good over here in Asia. I have a life of freedom. People love me, man. The women are beautiful. And you probably want that for yourself, right? So probably some of you guys, you're in the States, maybe your job situation, you're not 100% secure in your job. At any moment your boss could snap his fingers and maybe he doesn't like your face and bam, job done. You gotta look for a new one. It happens all the time. Because even though you might have the title, the job title, you might have the nice paycheck, you might have the home, the car, it's on a shaky foundation because you're dependent on that employer to keep paying your bills. And you know that if they change their mind, your whole life situation could get flipped upside down immediately. So it's not like you're free, it's kind of like you're living under someone else's approval. Like from their approval, you can pay your rent. From their approval, you can pay for your health insurance. From their approval, you can have enough money to take ladies out on dates. But without their approval, their paycheck that they're giving you, you might not be able to do a lot of that stuff. And I can sympathize with you because I used to be in that same position. I used to be dependent on one employer, one paycheck. My whole life was in their hands, man. They basically had my balls in their hands 24/7 and they could apply pressure at any moment. So I really want to break down to you guys that having one source of income, even if it's a big source of income, that is not stability, that is dependency. And in today's world, this modern economy, being dependent, you're basically putting your whole life in someone else's hands. And we've seen how that can work out terribly for a lot of people. So society likes to sell this lie that if you give a company your life, you give them loyalty, they're going to pay you back. Like you give a company years of your life, maybe you'll get that payoff, 20, 30 years down the line. Your company will give you the retirement party when you're like 65 years old. Everyone's going to clap their hands, be like, yeah, man, he worked at this company for 40 years. And now let's get his ass out of here, man. Let's kick him out of here. He's too old, man. Get rid of him. Maybe that's the life that you think is going to happen to you in the future. Like, you have that dream of the company party. But really in today's world, man, these companies are cutting heads off, bro. Like with AI automation, they can outsource your job to India. Some Indian dude named Rashid can work your job for like 10% of what they pay you. They're probably going to kick your ass out of that company if they can, man. They want to, lower their bottom line. And right now, if you're putting them in the red, bro, you're on the line, man. You're on the chopping block soon. And the thing is, it might not even be mean-spirited, man. It might not be that your company hates you. It's just the numbers, bro. It's like the numbers don't work out. Like if they can get the same productivity by not needing to pay as much as they pay you, or they could pay like a small fraction of that, why wouldn't they just put you on the chopping block, bro? Why wouldn't they get rid of you? By the way, if you're tired of making your life dependent on one paycheck to where they can snap their fingers and just cut your balls off, man, click the 15-minute call link I got in the pinned comment and description. We can sign up for a free 15-minute call. We can walk you through the steps for how you can build multiple streams of income overseas like me. One way of doing it is English teaching. I've been doing that for a long time. So click the link, we can get on the free call and we can map out your escape plan. So yeah, a lot of companies want to sell you this illusion that you're a family member. Like, oh, we're a family, man, we love you. But it's all fake, man. Those smiles your manager gives you is fake. Like if your manager could step on you on his way to the top, on his way to be, increase his salary significantly, if that means letting you go and you got to freaking file for unemployment, your boss would do it in a heartbeat. They're not your friend, man. And I'm speaking from experience, man. I was a professional cog in the corporate machine, man. I had a job at a company that makes private jets. My background is engineering. I have kind of an engineering tech background. So there's this really amazing book called The 48 Laws of Power. It's written by this guy named Robert Greene. The Laws of Power basically breaks down the power dynamics in the world, how you can get and acquire power for yourself, and how other people might be playing power games against you. And one of the laws of power is to make other people dependent on you. And this law of power can be extremely brutal because think about it. It's kind of the game that your company's playing on you. Like a lot of you guys who are watching this, maybe you're dependent on one paycheck, one employer. You're dependent on your company liking you and to keep feeding you. And because you're dependent on them, you probably don't want to take any risks. You probably put up with a lot more BS than you want to put up with otherwise. You're dependent on the company So they got you by the balls, man. They can control what you do, and they can apply pressure at any moment and start squeezing, and you can't really move because you got to deal with it. You're dependent on them. So let's talk about the reality, man. Let's not complain about the game that your company's probably playing on you. In reality, what you got to do is build multiple streams of income, man. You can't be dependent on one source of income. And a lot of people think it has to be flashy, right? You see all these videos on the internet of guys riding around in Lamborghinis telling you need 20 sources of income. You might not need 20, like 2 or 3 could be enough, right? Like, it might not be flashy, it might just be something like content. Affiliate marketing could be product creation, content creation. Maybe you want to be like a travel content creator like me. I've done pretty much so many different streams of income. Like, I've done content creation, travel products. I was a painter for a while, selling paintings in the Chinese market. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of options that open, especially if you're willing to relocate. So actually building multiple streams of income in America can be kind of hard because the amount of money you need to make it worthwhile. So for example, in an American city, your average, cost of living might be a few $1,000s a month. That means that if you want your other source of income to possibly replace your main job, they need to make that much money. And that's usually not easy to do for a new venture. Like, it might take you a few years before your source of income can match what you're getting from your paycheck or what you're getting from the cost of living in your city. It can be very difficult to make enough money from your business to live comfortably in the States. But the math changes a lot when you go overseas. So for example, if you're overseas, like in a place like Asia, South America, your cost of living gets cut down by like 20% probably from what you're paying in the States, right? So for example, over here in Asia, Southeast Asia, Vietnam, bro, if you're making like $1,000 a month, your rent might only be a few $100s a month, groceries a couple $100s a month, other random expenses $100, and you got $500 left over. You can live over here. You live pretty comfortably too. Probably live a better life than what you're living in the States. And you probably don't have to work that hard, man. Because over here, like, the cost of living, you can get fresh food, get like a meal for like $1.50, man, a full meal. You can live the life over here for a very low price compared to what the States are costing. And you can work less. So for example, we're talking about how much you got to work to make that money. I do English teaching. With English teaching, you don't have to work that much at all. Like, I've barely worked maybe, in my life, like, I've rarely worked more than 30 hours a week, and I've lived a very comfortable life over here in Asia for the past 12 years. So there are a lot of options for income stream to help you make that $1,000, $2,000 a month to where you can relocate. And then once you get overseas, if you want to build up some other source of income, you want to build up some other side hustles, get some things going, you get your side hustle going, that generates you maybe $1,000, $2,000 a month. You can live extremely comfortably overseas, bro. It's like, I know guys who, they stay in a country for a month having fun balling, they spend less than $1,000, man. You can have a really good life for a low cost of living. And that allows you different things you can do. So for example, maybe your passion in life, it might not make a ton of money, but because the cost of living is so low over here, you're able to pursue your passions that in the States, you probably would have to keep a main job and also work other things to help you survive. But you can live 100% off your passion over here, and you can get there a lot quicker because you can make like $1,500 a month from that. You can live over here like a king, bro. You can live a really good life. And let's not even mention all the opportunities that you're gonna meet when you actually touch feet on the ground over here, when you actually relocate. Because trust me, like, a vast majority of the stuff that I've done overseas that generates income, I had no idea I'd be doing that when I first left America, man. I had no idea that, I could be a content creator. I had no idea that I'd be making travel products. I had no idea that I'd be helping other guys relocate overseas, educating guys about what I do to make different streams of income and how they can do it too. A lot of that stuff doesn't become clear until you touch ground overseas and you start meeting different people, different opportunities that you didn't even know existed. And if you did something like English teaching, you could do English teaching during your free time to help give you a stable income while you're working on your side project. So for me, I've been an English teacher for the past 12 years. I've done it in person. I was in South Korea and China. I've been, did that for like 11 years, and I moved to 100% online over here in Thailand. And I've seen a lot of guys make the transition to where they were started off as an English teacher and they were building up their other hustles on the side. And, an extra few $100s from your side hustle, add that to your English teaching salary, you're having a great life over here, and you're doing it at a much lower cost of living and a much lower cost of life. So just tying it all together, what I highly recommend for most guys watching this, you should try out English teaching. English teaching is the fastest way to get overseas making money for us American men. It provides you a lot of flexibility. You can get overseas fast in like 30 to 90 days. We can get you overseas ASAP, making money, building a new life. You can escape the American system. And yeah, you can build a life over here, man. And you can get your own things going, your own income streams. A lot of the guys you meet over here are very entrepreneurial. They got their own ventures going on, their own online ventures. They even got some in-person ventures going on where they might be selling to the local market. There's so many opportunities you can meet over here. So yeah, if you want me to talk to you about the opportunities related to English teaching, click the link. I got a free 15-minute call in the pinned comment and description. We can get on a call. I can map out your escape plan. I can answer some of your questions. And yeah, this lifestyle could be yours, man. Like, my lifestyle is extremely accessible. A lot of guys can do it. There actually are a lot of guys doing my lifestyle. A lot of guys, like thousands of guys, are over here teaching English. They just don't make videos like I do. Like, maybe they're trying to gatekeep or something like that. But I can share the information with you guys. Also, I have a free Quickstart English Teaching guide in the pinned comment and description of this video. Click the link, put your email. The free guide will be sent to your inbox. There's an ebook version. There's also a video version when you get the email. And yeah, you can watch that and get an idea of the types of money you can make, the types of jobs available to you. A lot of opportunities are open to you, man. Hopefully this video inspired you. And yeah, get on the free 15-minute call, and hopefully I'll see you overseas, man. See you in the next video.